Hello, this is Mark with Deep to Bleep. We're going to be looking at integrating some Kongregate APIs today. If anyone hops on the stream, please be patient. I do not often get chat, so I mostly use the chat as a log to myself. As we left it on Friday, or whatever day it was, as we last left it, I had just got the Kongregate API to call the embed frame, which meant in the JavaScript, which meant the Kongregate API was fully loaded. The reason we care about that is we are intending to use the Kongregate APIs for various scoreboarding and to lock you out for this particular game that we're looking at making. Hold the dashboard real quick. Yeah, that title still works. Alright. So, let me jump out of this editor session real quick. So we found we have to build it in WebGL, then we have to, okay, so the chat just finally knows about the stream going. We have to build it in WebGL, then we have to package it up by putting it in a zip file in a specific way. Then we can upload all that to Kongregate, and Kongregate will actually host the HTML and the game. And now that I changed my Now that I changed this index, this was the kicker here, the double slash. So now that I have this index working, I can actually deploy to Kongregate. And how much you know about JavaScript. What's going on here, this is defining a function, then this is calling the function, onload completed. So onload completed is then doing these API calls, and then it's doing this, which now that we have it displaying it's not our embed frame instead of an iframe, we know that the actual Kongregate APIs are firing correctly. So we need to so we added this in the editor version. It's not in the real version yet, but we have edited this UI. The UI is blank. If the UI is blank, then in the update method, which fires every frame, if the text is empty, which it is now, then it calls this method call. So now what we want to do is we've got these calls here to start attempting to make actual... Okay, so this actually loaded. So I'm just gonna I want it to... I keep this URL, but I don't want to keep that JavaScript going, so maybe the stop command will... Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Alright, so my CPU is getting, was at 90%. Now it's calmed down. I'll have to remember that link. Alright, so we're gonna try to use this. Hmm. Blah, 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 blah. Let's send the message to... I have... Just making... Fortunately, I think the flow we're going to have to go through is actually going up through all this packaging and sending it up, or this will do anything. And I don't like this my Unity object because really not sure I like this. Well, you know what the heck, let's just go ahead and do this the long way. We're currently building the WebGL. It takes a long time. And maxes out the CPU right now. Alright, so application extern eval, application external call calls to the web page, so it just calls the JavaScript function. So this login listener is a JavaScript function, so I don't think there's any way to really test it from the Unity editor itself, because I don't think it actually hosts itself like a web page. Fortunately. Are you done building yet? No, you are not done building. Well, hopefully we get this on the first try. Otherwise, it's going to be a real pain. That is web development. Alright, build completed. Yeah, today. Yep, that's the right day. So, I need to... the index in... Alright, so I'll put it into a release zip called release, folder in there of release with all this same stuff. Alright, I'm just doing this over here. Now, I can then edit the change the release zip to the one I just made and say upload. This is a 30 meg file. If the stream gets a little weird, or the recording does when I go back and look at this, we're using up the whole bandwidth. I've got 10 or so right now. I've got half of it devoted to this stream, and so the browser's trying to consume as much as it can. I see the streams blinking green and yellow, which I don't know if that means there'll be any buffering. But I'm not watching it. Come on. This is new. Doesn't mean it's not going to work. It's new. Normally I run iBlock, but see. Why couldn't you find it? I think I might find I had to delete it. Not that one, but the other one. It should have still... Well, who knows. It should have still been fine. Even if it took it... Even if it, like, still partially had the old one, but, yeah, sorry, the stream's dropping. It's in red now. Same thing. Still can't find release Unity loader. Huh. It's maybe Kongregate changed something where they don't need this whole release stuff anymore. That's my bad. Forgot you have to do this before you zip up. Yes. Alright, so I correctly got my build to go up. I didn't have to delete the zip this time. Alright, so Kongregate is not defined. No, I think that was something we saw before. Oh. Emma. So this is what failed. Now, alright, so the point is this is a universal, this is what we are looking for. Let's look at our shell, which is right now only in the public this. So congregate equals congregate API dot get API. Ages included in iframe can use it by doing parent dot congregate. That sucks. So now it looks like we're going to have to rebuild, redeploy, including screwing with the index, and re-put on congregate to test again, see if we get an error message. But hey, everything's fun, right? Alright, now we can see external call parent.congregate services.add event listener. So now we know that we're calling the parent instead of the normal. So better off. A lot of times in programming, you just go from one error message to another. Alright, this is about a 7 to 9 step tool chain that Unity's going through getting it JavaScript, so it takes a while. Alright, build completed. So, let's go ahead and do this. Done. And yeah, I think you can actually just replace this default file so that you wouldn't have to do this more than you would never have to do that again. So, not a big deal. A couple of times. I mean, this whole going back and forth system is relatively untenable for rapid development anyway. Alright, uploading again. Because we're uploading again, stream might drop again. Actually compiled out a lot faster than I thought it was going. Uploaded. It's currently setting up. Not happy. About Unity Splash Cube PNG. I have no idea what the Unity Splash Cube PNG is. Most of the stuff we're actually used to. Try deleting this everything and we'll just try it again. Yep. File. Try the same step again, or try the same index again. Hey, Splash Cube PNG. Make a W texture and put it in your resources. I cleared files and images from the last hour. I'll go ahead and stream 43 minutes. I have no idea if that's going to work in Chrome. I did it off screen. Oop. No, I made that parent call. It's the only inherent difference. Well, let's just try this all again. We got a different error at least. So first one makes total sense. This first error makes total sense. Second error makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Alright, let's look. External call. It's not. Why is it not picking up this parent stuff? First one. Parent.congregate services add event listener services equal parent.congregate. Okay, so I think we did last time. I think it was parent, but whatever, it doesn't matter if we have to retest that. We test that later. For now, we're gonna make a build. Then we then we pull off release out of the index, put it into the release folder, zip it up. we upload it to Kongregate. Pretty straightforward. This, unfortunately, is the file that takes long. I'll go get more ice. This wall might not to compile. $85,000 viewers of Overwatch. Wow. Oh, and on top is Overwatch. Build's done. No past. Many people are playing Battleborn. Actually tell me. Curious. Come on, guys. Nine 56 viewers. Uh, 1%. Alright. Yeah, I think you're. Oh well. I'm just interested. I'm just looking myself up to see if I can see where I'm at. One viewers. Apparently it counts yourself. So I immediately get messages from chat, it looks like. Wow, that was fast. And it shows up in chatty immediately too. Oh, crazy. Well, bidirectionally. Oh well. Thought it took a while for the chat to, oh, the chat might get there, but... Okay, so... Okay, it's not showing up on the screen itself. It shows up on the chat way first. Okay, I think it's like 8-second delay. At least it was at one point when I counted it. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of that stuff. So we made another build. Gotta edit this first. That stream might drop again. Still uploading, then it does the auto redirect. Oh, I have a viewer. Maybe that's me, maybe that's somebody anonymous. Nobody's in chat. I don't know. But yeah, I guess, whatever. I'm gonna get out of here. Stop. Same error. Really frustrating. Let's go ahead and delete the release. Let's try this again. Not a file should care about. We're at 56 minutes. Keep on pushing through, although this seems like a waste of time. Alright, cool. So deleting the zip and reloading the zip worked, and I know for sure that this is a new one from the one that was before because we have that testing item. Now we also know for sure that JavaScript didn't cause an error. Um, we also... So we know that JavaScript didn't cause an error. Let's call this thing. So I'm not necessarily a JavaScript programmer by trade. So this is a little confusing to me as to what's going on. But I know that in our current session, we should be able to interact with the JavaScript. Now, I'm not gonna want to do it as parent because I'm not an iframe. It's interesting. Why is parent.congregate undefined? Okay, so it is spelled right. You guys try it? You guys change? Why? If this is loaded, oh, holy hell, don't tell me. Okay, so I changed it. No, it's HTTP. So I was afraid we were mixing. But this Kongregate API should. It's the thing that's doing the embed frame, so I should be able to call it from the console. Which I believe should represent the index HTML. Color me confused. So much junk they had in here. Just trying to find my own stuff. Holy hell. Ads. Alright, so I think what's going on is this is our iframe way down here. Um, wow. Okay, so we were calling JavaScript on this whole thing here. Holy moly. This is a mess of a page. Oh. Interesting. If this will work. Outside. It'll load it all. Aha! At least I can call it. Wow. Alright, so we're getting a little bit of somewhere. So I'm going to grab a incognito tab. I'm going to be unlogged in. This should show up as testing. Then when it loads, it should, when I log in, it should show my username, because that's kind of sillily did login function instead of something that would just be there, which is my own bad. Bit silly, but let's go ahead and log in. Of course, great. Nothing happens. I am logged in. Reload the page. That's cool. And it's not even remotely done. 5 stars. Oh, can't rate it. It's just error. So the reason I cared about that was I wanted to see this happen. Now, it happens. I should. Well, no, it's probably not loading the API because in here, because it's not properly in the whole Kongregate frame tools. A little bit. I notice my head keeps going behind the window.
Just like you, for how long must I wait? I know there's something.
So that doesn't work because Kongregate was that Kongregate was from that shell. So these are the only two. So I might need to call them in some kind of scope. As far as I know, there is no JavaScript scope. Oh. Aha, let's be evil. We're global scoping this. So, when you put stuff in a function, an anonymous function, so when you put stuff in an anonymous function and you make it into a local scope, JavaScript is, oh gosh. I'm gonna call this like index evil or something. No, for anyone watching, don't do this. Ever. So what we're doing is we are now exposing this to the global namespace. This could be horrendous, but hey! On JavaScript. Once again, don't ever do this. Do everything you can to avoid scoping objects, globally scoping objects. Oh, what's going on? We're gonna make it be an empty method just because we know that it might work. Just because we know that fits the prototype of what it wants. I was gonna just have it open bracket close bracket, but no reason not to just give it the behavior it's used to seeing. So the reason that didn't take was it doesn't like it was making this call then immediately going on, so it actually wasn't loaded by the time we needed it. JavaScript alert? Alert, right? Do alert. Alert. That worked. Might have exposed my user ID to the world for all the evil that can be done with Kongregate user ID. So I've seen how I can use these functions if I was just making a pure JavaScript game or something, but I want to get the IDs all the way forward and back to Unity. I want to get a stat. Submit. And get the user ID. You are making me want to not use your statistics system because there is no way to look up a statistic. Holy hell. There is no way to look up a statistic for a user. So this was kind of a waste of time. I was hoping to have a specific score for you. Gosh, is this score even just... they even let me use a string? Oh, come on.
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet home. Lie on my back, clouds are making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet home.
I guess I could request on friends and then filter it to you.
Left it burning for me. Mother,
Matched on your user ID, I guess. Your user name, which I'll have to figure out a way to get. User info. So I can use the user ID, and what do I get back?
sweet home. I take your hand. Now you'll never be lonely. Not when I'm home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here.
Okay, so yeah, you can get... we could use it, we could do it that way. So we could find out your username, and then we could use that to get your score. I don't... okay, I'm not gonna get that, so... So I could probably submit a score and a date, and you just do dates like number from number of days from today or something. So, of course, people will probably be able to fake their clocks, but I'm not going to do any security. So using I should be able to tell me if you played today. Engine o'clock is actually, that would be pretty horrible. I want to go by UTC. But this is going to be a real slog. I'm going to learn a lot, but might just want to use somebody's analytics and saving platform. But I at least need to get their user ID into Unity. Yeah. Because if I have that, then I could do everything elsewhere. If this is proving itself too much of a hassle. So we're gonna go ahead and follow this. Just his. Sorry, I pulled that off screen just to... Why is the stream offline? Says offline. Okay, it must have just been super short then. I probably shouldn't track myself. Okay, so it popped back up in chatty as we're back online, so it was just a temporary thing, I guess. Well, I guess that means I will be using the recorded video as opposed to the Twitch export, but I guess that's why it's a good thing we record these. Alright, so we've got this JavaScript function. Named Kongregate API. JavaScript is Kongregate API. I don't think it'll work. Yeah. Not sure if you get to mix your C# and your JavaScript. Let me just look that up real quick. Yeah. Maybe you can. I don't know where this file is. Assets. Assets Kongregate API.js. I don't know if this is valid JavaScript. So it did not like some of the same things that it did not like some of the same things that it did not like some of the same thing. Lint did not like the same things that Lint did not like the same things that our compiler didn't. Cool, pipe delimited. Yay, everybody knows what that is. Totally got that. Oh yeah, it's because it wasn't a second window. Well, it's not a great idea to pull those things out of focus. Okay, so I'm gonna... So I'm going to prove that we actually get something. that should prove to us that we actually get something, and then I'm going to go ahead and come on. So pull that in. Okay, I don't expect it to do anything yet, but now if we do a build and put it up on Kongregate. Oh, somebody joined. So right now, actually I'm not sure if typing makes sense. Well, you'll get the text before I speak, but right now I'm working on a Kongregate build that will pull various info from... What? I'm dropping again? Anyway, so it'll pull info from the Kongregate API, then it will use that to determine basically whether or not to lock you out of just a daily challenge first-person shooter. But right now, 2 hours into the stream, I've just been working on the Kongregate API. That's all I'm doing so far. So it's real JavaScript, HTML, being nerdy stuff, and it's been a pain. And hi, Necros versus Zombies. Thanks for watching. This build takes a while. So this is using C# and Unity, exporting to WebGL, and then you have to upload it to Kongregate to see any of the Kongregate debugging. So it's a real slow, unfortunate turnaround. But once I actually get info flowing from the Kongregate API all the way back to Unity, at that point I could actually just use a separate analytics, or just keep on high CPU usage. So at that point, oh yeah, I'm dropping frames, of course, because this chews up the whole CPU. Alright, so it finished. Now I have to edit this to get rid of release so that it'll match what is required for what's required for Kongregate. Then this will use up all the upload, so the frames might drop. Wondering if there's a new version of an existing files, you could take 15 minutes. Clear from cache. Well, thanks for showing up, Necros versus Zombies, even though you left. So I was hoping to see that testing replaced with a username. But I guess let's go ahead and clear the cache. See if that helps. Settings, clear browser data, clear cached images and files in the past hour. Alright, just try it again. Did not work. Control Shift J. Haha! So Kongregate does actually load. Kick-ass. That's not super helpful. So still just trying to get the user ID into Kongregate, for Kongregate back into Unity. Gonna take another shot at it. We're gonna build it again. I'm gonna go ahead and close up a little bit of extra. Little bit of extra. The extra Chrome windows that might be hurt me. Little ducktail. Yeah. Two hours and 15 minutes. Might be time to wrap this up for a bit. Great, still going. Alright, so we finally got it to build again. Let's go ahead and send this sucker. Let's go ahead and send this sucker back up to Kongregate again. So we want to be able to get your user info. We want to be able to submit scores. We want to be able to pull info about scores. Use that info to determine whether or not you can play on a given day. And to display high scores. We want the high score, the low score. For every day and for every player. Probably the all-time high and the all-time low score, even if we do vary up the random generation of the levels. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. So we definitely have seen, so this is definitely the new zip. It definitely called this. We don't know if it called. We don't know if this is true. It's possible it is. Oh, this is a waste of time. Hello, Dzit777. I am working on building for Kongregate a Unity daily shooter using WebGL. Right now I am mostly fighting, just trying to get Kongregate information back into Unity. So it's not the most interesting programming and it's slow. But thanks for hanging out, and this video should eventually be up on YouTube with Beep to Bleep as the author if you have any interest, and you can scrub through it and do it 2 times. But this is a C# Unity project. I had some JavaScript, but I pulled some down, but I just replaced it to a WebGL build that's being displayed on Kongregate. And so we have to build it, zip it, put it up on Kongregate, and then we can see if our changes worked correctly. So unfortunately it's a super iterative or super long iteration process. But the music's good. This is from Bionic Commando Rearmed, the Xbox 360 amongst a bunch of other things, but it was Adobe Flash Player. Alright, so we built it again. Let's do this choice thing again. Oh, thanks for coming by. I don't blame you. These it. And I'm offline again. It's possible the stream goes offline because it's uploading, you know, 100%. My bitrate still seems okay from looking at it in OBS, but let's go ahead and take them on their word, and let's go ahead and clear our cache again real quick. So, yeah. Thanks for the messaging, that's useful. I don't think that's what caused it. Not read property send message of null. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Okay, so this was the one where I added parent.congregate unity support. So I get cannot read property send message of null when I attempt to do this. Now it's possible I don't need to init the API. So I do it from the shell. Looks like I froze the console. That's strange. Okay, maybe I don't need... So this might be the proper way to call it, but I might not need to because I'm using the shell. Which doesn't actually do me any good. This whole reason I'm doing this is found that message or so I can figure out how to get stuff from Unity all the way out to the browser, out to acting, but I need to know how to read off of the DOM. So now what I'm attempting to do this would be faster. Well, if I do this, then I don't have to rebuild. I can just keep submitting this little tiny index file over and over again, so I can actually do this development a lot faster. So I'm going to try this for a little bit. But in doing so, I of course have to match up the names that I've already done. So I'll build this. No idea if this is going to work. There it is. Or being a pain.
Then God's gonna hurt you, son, when you play with a loaded gun. When you play with a loaded gun, they ain't gonna catch you when you fall. You'll be bleeding while you're bleeding. They ain't gonna heal you, son. Don't care about what you've done. They ain't gonna help you, son. You'll be sorry for what you've done. Be sorry for what you've done. Oh, yeah, cranky old boy, make you sorry for what you've done. Answer in a
All right.
gonna prick what you've done. Roses got you empty.
Okay, this is my...
What you
I have a really hard time believing this is going to work at all, but let's go ahead and re-upload it.
tear your heart out for what you've done. They ain't gonna catch you when you fall. You'll be bleeding while you're bleeding. Gods ain't gonna help you, son. You'll be sorry for what you've done. Then God's gonna hurt you, son. You'll be sorry for what you've done. You'll be sorry for what you've done. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I forgot the zip was bad itself. Because a parent call. Haven't rebuilt it. I got rid of that external call. A rebuild just to get a working zip again. This is one case where it'd be nice to stock them all side by side, but I think I'm going to go ahead and after this, I'm going to take a break, all this off, or you know what I call it, finish. We are approaching 3 hours. Been fun. With Chrome console. Well, this would not be helped with a wider CPU. That would only be helped with a faster CPU. You can see there's an awful lot of waiting, just in terms of what a more powerful computer would do. Like a really powerful graphics card wouldn't do a darn thing here. And I'd get maybe 20% faster if I wasn't also recording / streaming. So this one part of it that takes, I don't know, minutes, like 20 seconds less. So yeah, it's already done. At least the only CPU, multi-threaded CPU bottleneck part. So faster single thread would help. Alright, now we're uploading. Let's make a minute drop. Drop DLC down a little bit, probably something else. So, kind of like we were afraid of. I was. Seemingly didn't do a thing. But I was so we need a way to call call Unity WebGL from the DOM, from HTML. So I can call evals from you call methods on game objects in your content from browser JavaScript following. So seriously? That would be nuts. I already have all these things set up. You know, sometimes you just gotta ask Google the right question. So let's just load that up in, let's just add that to the so Kongregate API on Kongregate API loaded. So let's re-upload this HTML. See if get that method. Of course, it's probably calling. You know, maybe what I need to do is make this double call back and forth so that I know that the things are loaded in time. Okay, I said I was going to stop the stream, but I am now just curious, so. I'm going to make Unity call a JS function that will call Unity every 10 seconds. So So every 10 seconds, we're gonna make one of these external evals. And so we're gonna wrap this JavaScript function. We're gonna make this into a JavaScript function that is going to call in to us. Shoot, we're just gonna call both. Why not? One of them will throw an error. Hello, Onar, by the way, for joining me. I'm trying to just get a username effectively for Kongregate. Because I want to be able to use that for functionality of limiting a user on whether or not they can play a particular game, because I want to build a daily challenge shooter based upon your Kongregate info as a Unity 3D C# WebGL project. So we made this post, so now we're gonna have to rebuild everything again. But this should, every 10 seconds, try to call out to the web page, which should then try to send this silly message back. Which, if I could get it to do that, then I could get it to live feed the info. If I can get the info, if I can call from the web page, then I have the info. I can have the info. I can hold it variable. But just getting anything back and forth has been a real pain. I found this, just send a message. It's not awesome. Where did I find it? By the way, Connor, this will eventually be up on YouTube. on Beep to Bleep so you can watch it and scrub through and you don't have to sit and watch all these compiles. So, unfortunately, that's the majority of this particular workflow. So yeah, after this attempt, success or failure, I'm going to go ahead and call it, at least for this stream. We're at 3 hours, and I don't want to risk the file getting corrupted. Although, I mean, Twitch has done a pretty good job. It's only dropped. One. I guess just 3 times. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions about Unity or WebGL. Or Kongregate. Apparently I don't know much about Kongregate. It goes so much faster when you don't sit and watch these files. Thankfully, the upload goes pretty fast for me. This is required to just get your stuff up on Kongregate because of the way that they kind of present or unpack, or however you want to look at it. Ooh, I had that open. That could have been it. This might drop the stream as I upload 30 bags. That was pretty horrible. just try re-uploading this extra code. Always been 10 seconds here. Come on. So Visual Studio called send message, parent.send message. That in turn likely not to the browser and try to call send message. Alright, so that was one more try. Alert is not defined? What the hell? What? I use alert completely wrong? Alert lowercase letters. Web developer in me is embarrassed. So much so I'm gonna do this again. I just can't go out like that. So I think I can probably submit statistics using the method from that one web page I started with a long time ago. So I don't think that's an issue. Just try to retrieve your username or anything in particular. So we got 10-second count. 5, 4, 3. Alright, so I sent a message from Unity that triggered in the HTML JavaScript and correctly found my user ID. So it was the first call. So parent.send message work. So still haven't been able to get calls from the web page back, but I don't know. I guess this is something. I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream and upload to source tree, but watching. Oh, now I've got a couple more people. Well, anyway, this will be up on YouTube.com. Beep to bleep. I think it's +/beep to bleep, or if you just put. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna stop for now.